Well, we kick off this morning right on at 11 minutes past 8 a.m. on News and Views this morning, focusing on the Comrades Marathon 2023. And we are talking with one of the participants, Alie Tshwaane Komape, running in solidarity for Palestine. Now, I'm looking at the picture right in front of me, and I see the picture of Ali, the BDS logo, Free Palestine on the shirt, and holding a flag saying Free Palestine. Ali, welcome to the show this morning, and wonderful that you are able to join us.
Good morning, and thank you very much for this.
Yes, Ali, I'm just looking at this picture, and such a beautiful picture. Broad smile on your lips, and holding up this Palestinian flag, proudly stating "Free Palestine." And we're looking at an event like the Comrades, and perhaps we just want to take a step back, looking at your involvement with the Comrades before we talk about the solidarity with Palestine. How did it come about, and have you been a long distance runner for a long time now?
Uh, yeah, I can say I've been running for quite some time now. It's been 6 years, give or take. My first comrade was in 2019, but I've also ran a couple of marathons in the country, major marathons, the Two Oceans Marathon, that's Soweto Marathon, Omni Dam, and other ultra marathons and major marathons in the country. So it's been a while. I can say I've been running for quite a while.
Yes, well, 6 years is a long time, and I think even 1 year is a long time, considering that these are ultra marathons and it does require a lot of strength, stamina. It requires a lot of guts, a lot of grit. But at the end of the day, it's something that you enjoy, I suppose, Ali.
Look, uh, I think running a marathon and finishing a marathon is very great. I find it extremely painful throughout. I enjoy very little of it, but I enjoy finishing. I enjoy finishing running, but it's a very daunting, a very painful experience of running so many kilometers, punishing your body. But finishing what you put your heart and mind to is quite exciting.
Well, definitely, you punish your body for possibly a good few hours, but we know that the cause you are running for the freedom of Palestine. Now, this is a nation that has been punished for a very, very long time, for well over 75 years. And I suppose this is where, this is what basically inspires you to continue regardless of the pain and regardless of punishing yourself, because this is about a nation that has been punished, as I mentioned, in more ways than one, but also looking at your own personal interests. Now, I see the picture with you with a BDS shirt as well, Free Palestine. How did your interest in the Palestinian cause come about, and that obviously prompted your solidarity with the people of Palestine?
Look, I think the Palestine solidarity movement in this country is very popular and popular among young people. When the BDS movement was coming up in the early 2000s, I recruited a lot of students from student activists on campuses. I was one of those who joined the solidarity movement back in 2018, 2012, so 2013, yes, as a volunteer. Graduated from university to continue working full time in the solidarity movement. So I've been an activist in the solidarity movement for a number of years now. And we believe that sports is an important part and sector of solidarity with Palestinians. We know this from our own experience. During our dark days of apartheid, sports and sports boycott in particular were a center stage of showcasing apartheid South Africa to the world, but also shining apartheid South Africa. One of the popular slogans during no normal sport with an abnormal regime. So sport is an important platform to showcase solidarity with the oppressed. That's how we feel from our own experience of apartheid during the rugby times in New Zealand, during the football times when they were banned from FIFA, tennis, and so on. So athletics as well is an important sector of sports where you can showcase solidarity with the people of Palestine. And there's a historic perspective in South Africa and the Communist Marathon in particular. During the dark days of apartheid, black athletes were allowed to compete in the Communist Marathon. There were a number of black and non-white athletes who ran the Communist Marathon in defiance of the apartheid segregation laws. What followed was white athletes who were black armbands in solidarity with the black athletes and against the segregation laws. So these are some few examples of activism in sports and particularly in athletics. So showcasing the Palestinian cause on this type of stage is important. It's been done before. I'm not the only one who's doing this. There are a number of runners in South Africa who run for Palestine. And we feel it's a very, very important platform to showcase the Palestinian cause.
Well, certainly, and hopefully, we will be seeing you and featuring very, very prominently, flying that Palestinian flag, and also the activism and showing your solidarity very, very profoundly and very prominently during the course of your run. And interesting that you say, Ali, looking at how sport has been used to promote a certain cause, and we've seen it over and over again. We know what has happened with Russia and Ukraine, and we've seen some of the world bodies obviously showing solidarity with the likes of Ukraine. But we've seen there have been instances now, and I recall in the past where we've seen certain athletes, certain sports people like I remember Riyad Mahrez, and at the height of the Palestinian conflict, where we've seen right across the world, where we've seen many individuals showcasing the cause of Palestine. And I'm sure with you running in solidarity for Palestine, you are going to be sending a very, very strong message. You are going to be sending a very, very powerful message to the world while you run along the way and obviously proudly displaying the Palestinian flag.
Yes, yes. Important that you raised the Ukrainian issue. There are a number of examples where um, athletes in different sports who showed their solidarity with Palestine were penalized action. Uh, if for those who follow cricket more and early of England, uh, were armband of Save Gaza and was penalized by the ICC, the World Cricket Body. Soccer players who showcased their solidarity, most particularly when Gaza was bombed, were penalized by bodies like UEFA and FIFA. So now it's popular now to showcase solidarity with the people of Ukraine, but not with the people of Palestine. It's something that is very hypocritical, and those of us in sports, we can see it now. Today, athletes in Olympics and in major tournaments can showcase their solidarity with the Ukrainian cause, rightfully so, of course. Uh, but when it comes to Palestine, athletes are shunned. So we think it's important also for your listeners to know that there's inconsistency in the world bodies of sports. There's inconsistency with athletes who support different causes.
Well, definitely, and I recall that incident with Moeen Ali, the UK, England cricketer, very, very well with that armband incident. But also looking at us here in South Africa, we are fortunate that there is freedom of speech, there is freedom of expression, and also in an event like the Comrades, that freedom is displayed very, very proudly, and also at the same time, for someone like yourself, it's about supporting a Palestinian cause, but it's also something very, very personal to you, Ali.
Of course, of course. I mean, for many South Africans, the Palestinian cause is very personal, simply because of our history. One of the interesting facts about the South African struggle for freedom is when South African freedom fighters from different organizations, the PAC, example, the ANC and others, were being trained in exile, particularly in Nigeria in the camps. They used to make jokes with Palestinians from the PLO and other Palestinian freedom fighting organizations. They would say, "You get your freedom first, and you help me get my freedom. Whoever gets freedom first gets to help the other and laugh about it in the camps." how personal it is to South Africans. And that's Mandela said it profoundly that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of Palestinians. So the Palestinian cause is very close to our hearts. It's very, very, very personal to a number of South Africans, and I think majority of South Africans, if I might add, hold Palestine dearly to their hearts.
Yes. Well, Ali, I must say that I would say that large parts of the country are going to be behind you as well, and also looking at the Palestinian solidarity movement, the various Palestine solidarity organizations right across the country, 100% behind you in this solidarity that you are showing, and I'm sure that they appreciate you a lot, especially at an event like the Comrades. So. We're going to be wishing you well. We're going to be looking out for you. It comes the day of the comrades as well, and obviously looking out for that Palestinian flag. And we wish you all the best. And don't punish yourself too much, because at the end of the day, the cause is greater than any pain that you will be. And I'm sure at the end of the day, you will sit back, you will lie back after finishing the comrades and say, you know what, this was worth it. And I've made my standpoint, I've made my mark, I've made a statement.
Yeah, thank you very much for your kind words, and surely on your TV screens you'll see the flag coming again.
Well, Ali, all the best to you. And as I mentioned, we will be looking up. We will be looking forward to you comes the day of the comrades, and definitely we will be watching you with a lot of interest. But for now, we thank you, and I'm sure that millions of Palestinians right across the entire world appreciate what you, as an individual, like many others around the world, are doing for them, and more importantly, highlighting their plight and also at the same time, this is a statement that you are making, a statement that speaks out against injustice and oppression.
Thank you very much again for having me.
Ali, Komape with us this morning, and one of the participants in the Comrades Marathon 2023, running in solidarity with Palestine. Next up, we will be joined by football journalist Mpo Mutluane, and we will be talking about Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia featuring a lot more prominently in the sporting arena and football, soccer in particular. And the question we are raising is, will Saudi Arabia be the new footballing powerhouse?
Rejuvenate